Welcome to my Sanctuary Settlement Deconstruction. This video is going to approach modded building from a no-mods builder perspective. So the goal here is to show how some things are built with mods and console commands. And while some mods can make building a lot easier, it's really about how far you push yourself in your builds, whether or not you use mods. So first, let's use the console command TFC, which is toggle free camera. This lets us go pretty much anywhere we want and see the build from any perspective we'd like. This is a rope bridge we constructed, and it is comprised of many different pieces. This staircase is the same, constructed of many different pieces of plywood and board. And finally, the house was custom built to fit the slab here at Sanctuary. So now let's actually take it apart and look at all the individual pieces. We will speed this up to 2x, so it will go a little bit faster. My favorite thing about modded building are the variety of planks and beams and posts that you can use in building. I also like plywood, pieces of fence, and concrete blocks. Here, we can start to see how an entire house can be constructed piece by piece. Another thing that is interesting to note is that you can build the inside and the outside walls of these structures. This is something that Fallout 76 mimicked. And there are a variety of wallpapers that you can apply to the inside walls. Now we can bring up the TFC console command again and have a look around from above. But first, let's change the time back to noon so that we can see better. This is another useful thing you can do with console commands. So now let's go to the second area of the settlement, which is where a lot of the settlers sleep and play. First, let's get a look above with our console command again and we can see some of the roof repair on this house. You can also see some of the junk items that I rotated to make it look like that they were haphazardly left. You can rotate items with console commands or place everywhere. Inside, we can see that it is a place of recreation, and we partitioned off some of the larger areas into smaller areas and sleeping quarters with custom beds. These walls were all custom built, and the windows were filled in with various fence pieces. The ceiling was also repaired with a lot of barn floors and plywood. So now let's take it apart. I do like to work in a lot of vanilla assets in my modded builds. I like the way that it keeps the game looking somewhat familiar to someone who may not use mods. Here's an example of an item that was rotated so that we could make it look like it was leaning up against a fence. I really like using fence pieces as window coverings. It has a really gritty feel. And here we can see the walls were custom made with many different pieces. The beds were also custom made. And you can see how many different just horizontal pieces of wood and plywood that we were able to use, which is something that is sadly missing from the base game. Cinder blocks are also something that are quite fun to work with. And these walls were refurbished using barricades, and the roof was repaired with just the basic barn pieces from the normal menu. And usually I like to delete shelves so we can see all the junk items fall to the ground. However, here we can see an example of where I turned off object physics so the junk can't be moved around by settlers or invading enemies. We can see it was just on the items on that back shelf as the second set fell to the ground. And now let's toggle free camera again and get a view from above. And now for our third area of the settlement, which contains the command center, the mess hall, and the situation room. Outside, we also have a farm. This was the most heavily fortified area of the settlement. So now we will take it apart. Here's another fun item that I was able to rotate and lean up against a fence to use as a barricade. We repaired the roof in this building using many pieces of plywood. Here we have some basic roof repair again. And our fence is made up of many different pieces, a lot of them rotated. We constructed these giant mutfruit trees, or mutefruit as you may prefer. That's something I got from Fallout Myth a long time ago. Here are some more rotated cars leaning up against the fence. You'll be able to see in episode 2 at the Red Rocket that we turned off object physics for most of the junk items. However, here we were just learning how to do all of that, and we can see how many pieces of plywood it took to do the floors. Tanks above the toilets were constructed with barrels and conduit. So now let's toggle free camera and take a look around. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. I hope if you were a no mods builder like I typically am, that you gained a bit more perspective on the kinds of things that you can build and what it takes to build them. In the end, I don't think it matters whether or not you use mods. It comes down to the person building, your creativity, and what you can dream up. It's also about how far you push yourself using the tools that are available to you. Thanks a ton, and have a great day.